Hello everybody, Ollamh here, and welcome to a bit of a slimmed down Weathering the Front news. Now, this is not a scripted one, this is just kind of off the cuff, mostly because this is fairly new news. This just actually happened today as I'm recording this. I just got a response, and this is something that I feel needs to be talked about, and I don't think anybody else is really going to be covering that. So to preface this, I have worked on a website called Fiverr.com since January of 2013. For the past 4 years, I have been a freelancer making videos for other people when they send me the script and what they want to see on the finished project. Now, I've talked about this before. I've shown kind of some of the stuff that I do. I've talked about some of the problems with the website and some of the stuff that concerned me a couple of months ago. So back on November 9th, they introduced their level analytics, showing you what they consider to be important points and important metrics for you to meet. They also introduced the idea that you could be evaluated and have your level moved up if you met the requirements for the next level, or you could be demoted if you don't meet certain criteria. Well, 2 months later, and they have evaluated everybody. And a lot of people are not happy about this, myself included. Now, the 4 main points that they have for level 1 and level 2 is response rate, which is, do you respond to all the messages that you receive within 24 hours? Order completion rate, how many of your orders have been canceled versus completed? On-time delivery, are you delivering them in the time that you quote to the buyer? And rating. Are the people that are buying and rating your products and your gigs giving you a good rating? In other words, are you doing a good job according to the buyer? Now, at the time of this evaluation, my rates were response rate of 100%, order completion of 82%, which is below their 90% cutoff line, on-time delivery 100%, and rating a perfect 5 stars. Now, many of you may say, oh, well, okay, the order completion would cause your level to be lowered from level 2 to level 1. And that's what happened, except for the fact that they are not actually my fault. Now, I submitted a ticket to Fiverr's customer service detailing out what happened with all 3 of my cancellations. The first cancellation was done on December 13th, and it was simply that the buyer ordered by mistake. And this actually happens kind of frequently. People will go to look at your gig, and the way the page moves or the way the page is laid out will confuse them, and they will accidentally click on purchase. The second one was done on December 14th, and this was one where somebody wanted something that I do not offer on any of my gigs. They wanted the product that I would be talking about in the video with me. I do not have a P.O. box, and I do not give out my home address. I don't feel comfortable giving strangers that information. Kinda quirky, you know? But I do state in every single gig that I offer that if you want something that is not listed, to send me a message before ordering. This person did not do that. They put in the order, and then they sent me a message saying, hey, I want this product in the video with you. Where do I send it to? So the buyer asked if we could do a mutual cancellation of the order, which that's what we did. Again, I can't do anything other than to tell them, hey, if you want something that you don't see listed in the offer, talk to me before you order. This person went through and ordered first and then messaged me. The third cancellation was done on December 15th, and this was actually by somebody that I had worked with before. He had me do a video for one of his websites, and he was wanting me to do a video for a second. And he actually says here, hey buddy, I was going to use your review on another platform, But I guess it doesn't help because you would appear on 2 different platforms and it would make the first review unbelievable. Kindly cancel the order and thanks for understanding. Now this was done 30 minutes after he put in the order. In 30 minutes, he decided against this order, thought that, oh hey, maybe having the same actor in 2 different videos, 2 different settings for 2 different products wouldn't be believable. So we're going to cancel this. So in that 30-minute span, I got another ding to my completion rate. All 3 of these, nothing that I could have done to prevent them. In fact, one of them, the order wasn't even live for 30 minutes. But that didn't stop them from taking away my level 2, which restricts how many gigs I can offer and some of the extras that I can incorporate in order to earn myself and Fiverr more money. Once this evaluation went through, I submitted a ticket to customer service, telling them about all of these cancellations and saying, none of this is my fault. Why am I getting punished? So in response, about an hour ago, I've got this from their customer service. Thank you for contacting us and providing us all this detail and extended explanation about several issues you experience with order and users in our platform. I've reviewed all the information you provided, and I would like to note that sometimes cancellations cannot be avoided, like the orders you listed. Cancellations are part of the business and they are included in the statistic. Based on your recent activity, your account no longer meets the requirements for Level 2 status. We have removed the Level 2 badge from your account, along with the benefits and features that came with the status. If you have more than 10 gigs, your most recent gigs will go auto-paused within 48 hours to meet the original account limitation of 10 gigs. We recommend that you choose which gigs you would like to suspend before the system does it automatically for you. Our levels are based on performance. Your account will be reevaluated on the 15th of each month, so you can always turn things around and re-earn the badge and benefits. Now, some of you may be kind of scratching your head saying, wait, that doesn't line up. You're admitting that these cancellations were not my fault, but you're saying that my performance wasn't good enough to maintain the level 2. The only part of my performance that wasn't perfect was the 3 cancellations that I listed. So I'm not quite sure how I can turn things around. I can't stop people from accidentally ordering something or ordering something without making sure that that is something that I provide and something that I offer. I actually have one right now where a person is using it for commercial purposes without buying the license. So I'm screwed. They're trying to tell me that I can always turn things around, but in order to turn things around, I have to be able to make some kind of a difference. I have to be able to prevent these inaccurate orders. Now, because these inaccurate orders drop my level down, the likelihood of getting any orders has also dropped because my rankings in the searching has dropped. If they look for people that are just level 2 because they want people who have an experience on the platform, they have done plenty of orders, they have done good orders, they maintain high ratings, they're not going to see me anymore, even though I did nothing wrong. Now, Fiverr has done a lot of advertising lately, talking about how they support freelancers and how, hey, get a freelancer to do stuff because they know what they're doing. They have the experience in areas that you may be lacking. They had their whole platform of endures we trust. And that's all bullshit now. I mean, they are more than willing to sell their throwers, to sell their freelancers under the bus because, oh, hey, things beyond your control can affect your status. There have actually been people who have had their level dropped because they didn't respond to messages that came into their inbox that the Fiverr website flagged as spam. The system would not let them respond to these emails, to these messages, but because the messages came in and people didn't respond to them within 24 hours, boom, that knocks down their response rate. They like to make it sound like they support the independent creators, that they support these people, but they don't. They are doing everything they can to hold us down. With $50, somebody could go in and completely tank a seller. Hey, $50, you can get 10 gigs for that. Oh, I'm sorry, I accidentally ordered 10 gigs. Can we do a mutual cancellation? And for each cancellation, you have to sell 9 packages. It doesn't have to be 9 individual orders, but they have to equate to basically to 9 orders. If you do 10 mistaken orders and cancel those orders, that person now has to sell 90 gigs worth of product in order to avoid losing their current level. This is how messed up it is. And the most infuriating part for me is the fact that Fiverr customer service and Fiverr in general is refusing to admit that there is a problem, and they are refusing to do any research to solve said problem. I put in 2 customer service tickets before now talking about this order and about the cancellations. Customer service can't do anything about it, and supposedly that was pushed up to their product development team for future improvements of the website. Well, that went nowhere. The fact that when this became a serious problem for me, they said, hey, you're right, this wasn't, these things weren't your fault, but they still count, so suck it up and do better. I can't do any better if you're holding me down. The real irritating part is that they just marked that customer service ticket as resolved. That's it. It's done. We resolved the problem. No, you didn't. Now, there are plenty of websites that have popped up that are very similar to Fiverr and really promoting freelancers and stuff like that. And honestly, I think it's time to check them out, because obviously Fiverr has no interest in actually supporting the freelancer. And the funny thing is it's much like YouTube, because Fiverr relies on the freelancers to get their money. Because without the freelancer, Fiverr doesn't do anything. Fiverr does not make the videos. They don't make the graphics. They don't make the animations. They don't make any of the stuff that is sold on their website. That is done by freelancers. And now they're targeting freelancers and saying, hey, we're going to fuck you over. We're going to do everything we can to screw you over. If somebody orders something that you don't offer, you better well do it, because if you have to cancel it, that's going to hurt you. Now, there are a few ways that, yes, they could solve this problem. There needs to be a stopping point with orders where, hey, this person submitted the order. Do you accept the order? Is this, did they mean to order it from you? Is this something that you do? Are they going to change their mind? Stuff like that. There needs to be a stopping point to where the seller can say, look, whoa. You're wanting me to advertise your adult product. I explicitly state that I do not advertise those things. I will not do a project that involves adult products or adult services. That's not something that I do. If somebody orders that, well, I either have to do it or I have to get dinged. I wanted to make this video mostly because of the fact that I don't think anybody's gonna talk about this. Fiverr isn't a huge name. A lot of people don't know what Fiverr is. But this isn't something that's important to me in particular, because, like I said, I've been doing this for 4 years on their site, and now they're shafting me, and I don't appreciate that. As always, thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Cheerio.